Wow, just like that, back with another portable Clint. Guys, it's getting crazy here at Farmers Market, but we're gonna make it happen. Guys, I got a good one here. I'm just gonna say his name. Chris Chauncey, get in here. Look at you, look at you. Look at everybody's going nuts here.
Really,
man.
just...
Guys, please.
Okay, one more, all right.
Okay. Now, Chris, I'm gonna say something right off the bat.
Okay.
You're in one of my favorite commercials on TV right now. Even my brother, who's in Corpus Christi, Texas, the commercial you're in is his favorite commercial.
Okay, that's fantastic to hear.
The Subway commercial.
It isn't.
Oh,
it isn't a Subway
I'm kidding.
commercial.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
But I get that.
Well, no, I wish I wouldn't have said Subway because that does kind of reveal that I know. I wish it was a totally different other commercial that I said.
Yeah.
But, dude, that's a funny commercial.
Thank you.
It's for insurance. It's not Washington Mutual. It's what is it?
Liberty.
Okay. Why? Let's break that commercial down really quick before we start on you. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Why don't you see it that is you that she just did a picture of? Why don't you see that? Because I mean, I've never asked this question before, but you're such a good actor, you really don't see the resemblance in that picture, do you?
No, I think everybody's, it's a commentary deeply on how nobody sees themselves as others see them.
Yeah.
The dude's holding a giant sandwich, everything's cartoonish and perfect, and doesn't see it.
Yeah, dude. Don't see it.
Yeah, oblivious.
Okay. All right, Chris, well done on that commercial. You do.
Thank you.
But it's your performance, dude, that really stills the show.
Oh, man, thank you very much.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, I mean it, though. All right, where are you from, Chris?
I was born in Kansas City, home of the world champion Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, look at you, dude.
Yeah, got to get a plug in. They don't get enough attention.
No,
you really got to help
exactly,
them out.
Exactly.
I was born in Kansas City, raised in Dallas.
Raised in Dallas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dallas,
I'm from
Arlington
Corpus Christi.
area. Oh, okay. Yeah. Where you left your brother?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
To just sit and watch commercials?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was raised in Dallas, grew up in Arlington, actually, and then high school and college in Oklahoma, the OKC area, and I've been here 20 years.
Why did you pack your car up to move here? I want to know why and how you discovered this moment.
Okay. I went to a festival in Austin, Texas that is long since defunct called the Big Stinkin' Sketch and Improv Festival. It was a big thing in the late 90s for a minute there.
Okay.
With my sketch comedy troupe called One Hit Wonder. We're very Kids in the Hall, Monty Python inspired sketch group.
Sure.
We did it for our own joy and for a side project for shits and giggles in college. And can I say shits?
You can do whatever you want.
Can I say giggles?
You can say giggles.
I can't say giggles. All right. So we were doing shows for our own benefit, and we're like, oh, we're going to a festival. This is great. We kind of didn't know we were pretty good at it. I mean, we were kind of good, but we got discovered by all the Hollywood types at that festival, and I was fielding calls from CAA and Gersh and HBO.
Are you serious?
On my landline in Oklahoma City in my apartment. Yeah. So we got a lot of heat. And it was kind of, you kids moved to Hollywood now, yesterday, where are you? Get your ass out here.
Right, okay.
So packed up a U-Haul with the belongings of us.
Who's we?
Me and Dustin Fashing were the first two to come out.
Is Dustin still out here?
Yeah. Dustin acts. He's got some sort of prescription drug spot going right now.
Oh, that's you said he had a prescription.
He's got a prescription drug problem. I feel comfortable talking about this. And I know he would too. He'd be fine. Yeah. But the man loves the Xannies. But,
I get it, man.
Yeah, no, he's got a side business. Not really side business. He does, I'm away from the pills. He has construction and carpentry thing going. Like 4 of us are still here. Some moved back. But yeah, we did a show.
Would you be the most successful one of the 4? I mean, without coming across braggy, but I'm asking you this, so it's okay to say.
You're asking. Oh, well then, hell yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah. No, Derek Dublin, who worked behind the scenes mostly, not so much an actor, did a lot of animations and directing work. He's become a huge director and artsy type. He does big installations at Coachella and so he's, we've all done okay, but yeah.
Okay, Chris, how old were you when you rolled into town?
I was 24 years old.
Where did you move in? What apartment?
We found a big house,
Oh,
a huge craftsman house for all of us to live in. 7 of us living in a 4-bedroom craftsman house in Hollywood. The place was previously owned by Elizabeth Taylor.
Show off?
Yeah, no. Which we found out later. Elizabeth Taylor and a lot of other celebs would buy houses and sell them off and flip them because they knew they could get money. They could sell it as, Elizabeth Taylor once owned this place.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clark Gable did the same shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them did that.
We should look into that.
Yeah. Clint once owned this place.
Who?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you were 24, you say? Is that correct?
24. 20 years
24.
ago.
Who is telling you? Okay, I know that these people are calling you telling you to get out of here, but who's telling you how to get headshots, how to get a resume? Who's telling you all that?
Very good question. We had a pair of mentors that we trusted above and beyond everybody else. They also got us with our agents. We ended up signing with CAA collectively, and it was Terry Sweeney and Lanier Laney. Terry Sweeney from Saturday Night Live in the mid-'80s.
Yes.
Did Nancy Reagan. They were producing and writing Mad TV at the time, and they were our mentors.
Okay, those are good mentors.
Yeah, not too bad.
When do you book your first gig? How old were you? You got here at 24.
24.
When was your first name? When was the first time your name was on a call sheet?
I'll take away all the troop stuff because we had a radio show for a while. We did the Aspen Comedy Festival and all this stuff. When the troops split and the paycheck stopped coming, I got a commercial agent within like 6 months. I was like, well, screw it, I'm already here. I'm going to stay.
Yeah.
And
what year is this that you're saying screw?
2004.
2004.
Joined the union. Yeah, joined the union, booked a couple spots.
What was the first spot you booked, and who was the casting director?
Oh, damn.
Every casting director is watching this right now, waiting to hear their name, but go ahead.
In rapid succession, whichever, it was a McDonald's I got cut out of, a Fox Sports promo that's still one of my funniest favorite spots I've ever done, and I'm forgetting something, but those were the first 2 I think that made me join SAG.
Isn't it funny that we have our favorite spots and they're not even nationals? They're just like some little rinky-dink. Like my favorite job that I've done is a Comcast commercial that 27 people saw.
Yeah, it's it's one for the reel. That commercial reel. Thrown out there.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, you're booking commercials. What's going on with your theatrical career at this time?
At this time now?
No, at this time.
Back then, okay. I was with Daniel Hoff for a minute theatrically. Went in for a couple of things here and there. Oh, I left out. I did extra work for a minute when I first got here.
I want to hear about the extra work because every one of us at least was an extra once or twice.
It should be. And frankly should be. I tell people they need to learn the set and learn the pecking order, etc.
I was an extra on Highway to Heaven, and I loved it because I watched Michael Landon do his thing.
Dude, you got me trumped. I was on some of the last 90210s. Back when the original run. My very first gig as an extra was on Buffy, and it is still a credit I take because I got pulled from the extra pool and given direction and a close-up shot. Do you watch Buffy at all?
No, but I was on Buffy one time. Okay. Maybe we were in the same episode, but go ahead.
Mine was Hush. Mine was the one where the silent episode. They
that was
won the Emmy for it. It was like their big.
No, that wasn't.
Okay, well, yeah. So in Hush, I drop a bottle in the student union, and it scares everybody, and they all look and whatever, and I pick it up. And Joss Whedon's giving me direction and all this stuff, and I just think that's what extra work's going to be.
Yeah.
It's going to be this fun always. I'm going to get cool shit to do. I'm going to get a close up. I'm going to get. Yeah. No, it's not like that. But
did you get a bump on that though?
No, which is fucked.
So they took advantage of an extra?
Yeah, I know. It's shocking, isn't it?
Hollywood?
Mm-hmm. I didn't get a voucher. I didn't get a SAG voucher. I got minimum wage.
Which was
$64 for the day, I think.
$64, dude.
Yeah, $64, and they won an Emmy on my back. Yeah.
And there was no dialogue in this episode?
There was no dialogue in the episode, so they couldn't even say, well, he didn't have a line. Neither did Sarah Michelle Gellar. Nobody had fucking lines in the episode. So it's like, yeah.
Right.
I had a close-up, and the creator of the show's giving me direction. These are all big no-nos, but...
Okay, Chris, I'm going to I'm going to skip everything for a second, okay? Right now, you're working on something. You're telling me that you are a writer on something. What is this? What are you working on? Or can you say that?
I can. It's a startup news app and it's called Crave News.
Okay.
And yeah, it's kind of trying to you know, make real hard news mix with more entertainment fluff stuff and appeal to millennials and get, you know, people get their news on these things now.
Sure,
know,
yeah.
Instead of sitting home watching CNN, the average Fox News viewer, which is not necessarily where we're going, but the average Fox News viewer is 64 years old.
Really? Those
Yeah.
are the people who watch it?
64 as well. The
Okay.
commercials are for, you know, slip and fall in the tub things and.
That's where you see
meds
people
and-
selling silver.
Yeah,
Also.
yeah, mesothelioma. Yeah, it's a big sponsor of Fox News. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to ask this question twice. When you first moved out here, when you were loading up your car, what did you want to accomplish out here in Hollywood?
Well, you know, at the time I was big into Greg Kinnear. I looked at him.
I
as-
could totally pick up your humor from him. Yes.
It was, you know.
And that was Talk Soup days, or is
That
this...
was post Talk Soup. That was when he was Oscar nominated for. He'd already
Good as It Gets?
Is good. He'd already done As Good as It Gets. And if anybody asked me at the time, I was like, I want that dude's career. I
Yeah.
want to be able to host talk shows and do interactive things like this, and also have some movies and be able to.
I could totally see
Yeah,
you being
that's
very
back and forth.
successful, all that, and you have been. But go ahead.
No, thank you. Yeah, that was answer one. You said you're going to ask me twice. So
Yes, I'm going to ask you now.
Okay.
What is it now that you want to accomplish in Hollywood? And don't say continue working.
Okay. You know, that's a very fine question.
It's amazing. A lot of people don't really know the answer, and they go through Hollywood not really having a direction until they get a phone call. Then they know what direction they're going in. But until then, they're literally all over the map.
Yeah.
So it's gotta. I'm not telling you this. I'm just saying in general. It's kind of good to know where you want to go.
Yeah. Are you going to give me a personality test?
No. Yes. It's funny you say that.
Oh.
Okay, I want you to go along with these guys in the white. In the white. Chris,
Oh,
man, that's
inside
funny.
jokes.
That's funny. Funny stuff right there.
Thanks, bro. No, I can't. I can't say that I don't want to improve my theatrical situation because I love commercials and they play to my strengths in a big way. But yeah, I need to be doing more in that department.
Okay, that's a good question. See, because I have people on here who are very successful at TV. They're not successful at commercials. I have people who are very successful at commercials. They're not successful on TV.
Right.
I don't know your background theatrically. Tell me about your not as a background, but
Yeah. Let me know your background on background. Yeah, I studied at the University of Central Oklahoma. I was a music theater major on full ride scholarship. I can sort of sing. I can dance pretty well for a dude. I can lift girls. That's important.
Wow.
And yeah, man, I was on scholarship for music theater. I knew I didn't want to do musicals. I didn't want to go to Broadway. I didn't have those chops. In high school, going back, I did a lot of speech contests and drama contests. I was second in the state in dramatic duet acting. First in the state in comedic duet acting my senior year, and did like monologue and all this other bullshit that gets you ready for makes acting competitive, which is great. Grit to instill in the youth. But college, and then I moved out here and didn't take any classes for the first 15 years I lived here.
I hear you.
I taught a little bit at a place called Theater of Arts. That's mostly a visa mill for international students. I taught the Japanese how to be funny.
Let me ask you something.
What do you got?
Would you say you've been very successful at commercials?
I'd say so. Yeah.
Okay. Have you fallen into the, what do they call it? The golden handcuff? The golden handcuffs? Meaning, has it been so successful for you commercially? Because this is what happened to me when I had a role in commercials.
Mm-hmm.
I got very lazy.
Oh, absolutely. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. Yes.
Okay. That happens to the best of us. And like, why go out there and shake trees when, man, look at this residual that I got today. Isn't that a good one?
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at that residual that I got. Why do anything?
About the time that I get motivated, something usually falls in my lap. Like I had a spokesperson gig for a while there for a regional dental company that if you live in a town where it is, you saw me a whole lot, and they didn't air in LA, so it wasn't screwing with anything
Those are the
else.
best.
And and that was a guarantee deal.
Those are the best.
And a second year guarantee deal. all against double scale, and just horrendous amounts, stupid amounts of money for shooting 14 spots in a 2.5 year period. Stupid money.
Yeah.
And that comes along just as I'm having kids, just as I'm buying a house. The house was no coincidence. I can afford the house because, of Aspen Dental. Yeah, man, something always comes along. It's just, every time I'm going to get new shots, which I'm getting new headshots tomorrow. First time in 7 years.
Really?
That's how lazy I am.
Let me ask you something. Are you paying for those headshots?
No, these are actually a freebie round that I'm helping a photographer, but yeah.
Here's what I hate saying to people, because I support photographers and I want them to make money.
Sure.
I do. I want people to get the best shots out there, and if they need to go spend $500, let them spend $500.
Right.
But now, we don't need to.
Yeah.
I mean, I say that. What do I know?
Well,
But-
have you taken free shots with this or with like a
Yeah. I couldn't tell you the last time I paid for headshots. And it's just because I got a friend with a camera. Hey, dude, take a picture of me really quick. Great. Let me post that on LA casting.
Wow, that's inspiring. Okay.
So dude, I couldn't literally, it's probably been 15 years since I literally paid for any headshots.
Mine was 7 years ago, and I haven't done what you've done and taken the freebies in the meantime. I'm just still literally rocking old shots that.
Well, I'm not even asking photographers to take them. I'm just talking about people who have a camera. Just dude, take it. And literally is just the same thing. I'm sorry to say that.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just sorry to say that to photographers out
Sure.
there, but we still need you. Don't think we don't.
Oh, of course. I mean, just not for this. What's
There's Sears. Well, no, they closed down.
Yeah, they did. They definitely
But
closed.
I'm sure someone needs you out there.
Yeah. So what the hell was I gonna say? So now your agent doesn't care about these? They're quality enough that your agent loves them and says, "Great."
Yes.
Do you lie and say a pro took them or no?
I don't even say. I go, hey, here's my new round of headshots. Oh, great. Will you blow up this, and this? They never ask who took it. So again, you don't need to. Yeah, that's just my take on it.
Okay.
But then again, I'm not a series regular, so that says something. And I've never been in a major motion picture. That says something. So remember whose advice you're taking, okay? So just know that.
Okay.
Okay, how many commercials do you think you've booked? And give me a big number. Don't say, maybe, but go ahead.
Okay, booked or shot?
Well, let me ask you something.
Because Aspen Dental was one booking for 13, 14 spots.
I like your thinking.
Yeah.
A lot of people out here go, I think I booked 100. Like, I pretty much know exactly my number.
Yeah.
Do you know your number, yes or no?
I do not know my number, but I would say if you're counting multiple spots per booking, like I get credit for 14 for Aspen Dental because that's how many I did, and I get 2 for McDonald's, whatever the hell. I'm confident I'm over 100. Confident.
Okay, you had a nice. What was your biggest campaign? National campaign? The Pizza Hut. I'm sorry, the Domino's was really
Domino's
good
was
for
good
you.
for me, yeah.
I auditioned for that.
You did.
Yeah.
Running around with the big scissors.
Yeah, and then I see it and it's you.
Yeah, I almost earned that money. Like, it was hard running with those big
Really?
scissors. It was a hard couple shoot days.
How many spots did you shoot for that?
It was just one re-edited a couple times.
Because that made it look like it was a big campaign, and they just shot one day.
Yeah, 2 days. 2 days.
All right,
And they
okay.
left some stuff on the cutting room floor, whole other locations with great actors that book a ton that never even...
Okay, so maybe, okay. All right, Chris, we're zooming through this.
Okay.
So let me ask you another question. I want to know your worst time. I'm asking this question twice.
Okay.
Worst time in Hollywood and worst day in Hollywood.
Oh, man.
And remember, nothing personal. I'm talking all career related.
Okay. Worst time in Hollywood.
Meaning where you're thinking about throwing in the towel, you're thinking, why this is not going in my direction. Have you had that time yet? Have you thought about quitting yet?
I'll be honest, man. Right
Wow.
now, with 2 kids, both under 3,
Sure.
and a house and a mortgage and a wife and the whole thing, I have seen that Domino's dry up, the Aspen Dental dry up, and I have seen my audition opportunities go from a pretty dependable 2 to 5 a week to I think I've been out 4 times this year. And so now might be your answer, honestly, because
Really?
because I've been doing it for a long, long time, and there's you know, there's the part of you when you're in your 40s that you start thinking, okay, good.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
do I do this forever?
Yeah.
I don't know. My wife doesn't want to live here forever, and the kids start to get to school age. You know, what do you do?
Try to hit the 50-year mark,
Okay.
and then think of those thoughts too.
I'm gonna try.
And then that's when you realize, man, people, you got to start creating your own content, which I'm sure you know that, which it
Right.
sounds like you're already doing something about.
Yeah, to a
about
degree.
it.
I'm a hired gun there, but I'm invested and have, you know, stock options and whatever goes. And yeah, I've got a vested interest in making shit. It's just, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, worst day in Hollywood, meaning on a set, you can't remember your lines, anything like that? Ring a bell?
I mean, there's no lines involved, but, you know, some of the extra calls were just absolutely horrible. There was also a time on Aspen Dental on the very first shoots when I knew damn good and well, they hired me for 2 spots up front. I knew from the director's mouth, from the way that they were talking, you're our flow. You're going to be our flow. Get used to this. These 2 spots are the first of 20-something. This is how this is going to go for a while. And one of those spots was really wordy and full of quick jargon, and it was shooting out in the desert. And I came back from lunch break sluggish, a little dull in the mind.
Yeah.
I hate right after lunch. I don't
Yeah,
know about you,
yeah,
but
no,
like
yeah,
that's
yeah,
usually
yeah.
the worst time to get. And that's when they did the close-ups and the copy that we're not playing anymore. You need to say these words, and you need to say them. I started getting a little flop sweat, take after take. I'd come up and I'd screw it somehow. There was a lot of action in it with a car broken down on the side of the road and whatever. I definitely remember getting in my head, which never happens. And I remember getting in my head thinking, you need to fucking pull it together. You
Yeah,
need to spit
yeah.
these words out. What is wrong?
Yeah,
Blah, blah,
yeah,
blah.
I
This
hate
is,
that.
yeah, they're
Yes.
watching, and this is your campaign. This is your ticket.
Yes.
Do it.
Yes.
Yeah, so that sticks out in my mind as a time where I lost the confidence and started getting in my head.
There's a fellow actor who I've interviewed named Chris Coppola.
Okay.
He told me he worked with Tom Hanks on Polar Express.
Wow.
He says he takes him out to lunch on the set because they're eating.
Right.
And Tom goes, "Hey Chris, this food right here is not for us. This is for the crew because they've been working hard. This is where you go back in your trailer, take a nap because you don't want to be sluggish coming back." And dude, and that just made so much sense to me when he told me that. And I've been doing this for 33 years, but I'm the guy who goes to lunch. Hey, give me the best of everything,
Yeah,
please.
take me around the world.
Yeah, around the world.
Give me the around the world.
Yes.
Yeah,
We think we're so cool because we're gonna get all this food. We go to our trailer.
And it's invariably
Yeah.
fantastic. It's, they feed you well.
Yeah, you eat it, and then you lay down for 5 minutes and then there's that knock at the door.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, we need you.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah, I need coffee. Can I get some coffee? And you're trying to think of all these things to get you back up.
Yeah. Go for touch-ups in the chair.
Yeah.
Everybody's yapping, and you're not focused on what
You're
you go
not
back
focused.
to do.
Yeah, and Tom Hanks goes, no, this is the time where I go back and get some sleep, get some rest. I don't want to be weighed down with food.
But what does he know? Really?
That's a really good point, dude.
When's the last time he booked
Thank you.
a commercial?
Thank you.
You
Thank
know?
you. Yes, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Who's even with?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who are you with commercially?
With CESD for
Cunningham,
over-
Epcot. What is that? No.
Epcot, you're so close. I'm
I know,
just laughing
right?
because I
What
picture
is
the
it?
Disney
What
place.
is it? Yeah, me too.
Cunningham, Escott, Slevin, and Dowtry.
Okay. They've always been a big deal. When I moved out here, I had a friend who was up with them. To me, that was always like the big, cool agency to be with.
Yeah, well, they were CED, I'm sure, back
Yes,
in the day.
that's what it
and,
was.
They had just adopted the S when they adopted me. But they're a big deal in commercial and voiceover and modeling. I mean, yeah, it's. I'm terrible about knowing my agencies and knowing the options.
same here.
Like, I lump a lot of them into the initials.
Yeah.
Like, BBA, see, that's SPV,
Yeah,
Sisters
yeah,
with Voices.
yeah.
I don't know. It's one of the. Oh, you're with one of the initials. You're doing okay.
Yeah. If you're with the initial, you're doing okay.
Yeah, if you're doing,
Okay, unless it's like, I'm with FKGY.
Fuckagee? What? I don't know them.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
How do you book a commercial?
you start by not needing to book a commercial.
Okay, this is very true.
Very
okay.
much having the mentality of that, which gets harder to do when you do need it and or you're not going out as often.
Yeah.
So it's a circular trap where it's like you start to put weight on commercial auditions, whereas before they were never a nuisance, but it's like, I gotta get here, and here, and you're of the mindset of, I don't necessarily need this. You walk in, you're a person, you don't have. I've been on the other side of the camera very briefly. They let me help cast with some of the Aspen spots, so I saw full days of casting. It's unreal. I mean,
tell me what you took away from that.
The fact that you can tell within a matter of seconds when they walk through the door if they're going to be a good fit and or if they're going to be a good actor and or if they are prepared or going to be fun to work with. I mean, the first impression is stupid important. You can tell the people that bring their traffic in with them, that bring their day in, they're like, hey, hey, all right. You can tell the people that have the baggage or like they're annoyed to be there, they want to get to their theatrical. You can tell the people that are just scared shitless and a little thirsty, and that reads too. It's like, hi, I just, okay. Oh, so you want over here? Those people also love to answer the shave question. Yeah. Are you
Chris,
willing to shave? Sure. Where? Or are you willing to shave? Go ahead and ask me. Are you willing to shave?
Are you willing to shave?
Sure. I'll shave her. I think I've seen them all. They're never funny. They're never funny. Yeah.
Chris, I don't think you ever answered the question. How many commercials have you booked?
Honestly, I would say somewhere in the 1 to 120 range.
How many do you have on TV right this second? And by the way, you're not bragging because I'm asking these questions. I'm almost done with commercial questions.
No, that's fine. I've got 2 running right now.
Which ones are they? Because I feel like they're both funny.
Well, I don't know that you've seen the McDonald's because it's regional, which was a big bummer to find out when you shoot a McDonald's and you're like, here comes the national.
Oh, it's regional
in the Northeast. Dealer spot too, which I haven't done a dealer spot in a while.
But I feel like you had a spot before these then, because I feel like
Liberty Mutual is running strong, and that's fantastic.
I mean, those run like crazy. I remember who cast that. Who was the casting director on that?
Selkirk. It was like a parting gift from Selkirk before she handed over the office and moved up north. It worked out wonderfully. Yeah. I remember when the first round of that campaign started with the Statue of Liberty in the background and whatever else, and they were so overrun and so bad, and just like, the one girl with the car named Brad, and I loved Brad, and it was like, I hate to talk shit about it, which you're not watching, but they made their money, and those ran for years. I've heard rumors of how much those, but then they hired a new creative team, they hired whatever, they stuck with the concept, but now they're silly and funny as shit.
I love that actor too.
The bad actor?
Yes, the best, dude.
Yeah, he shot the same day as me, and I was like, I met him and was like, okay, I had no idea. His went viral. I mean, that people go to watch that one on purpose.
Well, because we've seen those guys on sets.
Yeah.
Hey man, you mind if I improv?
Yeah. You mind if I jump in the water? Yeah.
Take
my mic off, but just no, he nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. There's a full minute version of that on their YouTube page.
Really?
That's even, it's like, I can watch this for 15 minutes. This is fantastic.
Who was the person coming up with the idea, hey, we need to start making car insurance commercials funny?
I don't know. I mean, Progressive's hit and miss on some for the years.
Geico though, Geico's good.
Geico, yeah. Are they down from the point where they used to have 7 different campaigns and spokespeople?
Well, that's funny.
They had Geico. They had
Caveman.
They were all happening at the same time.
Yeah,
too.
dude.
It was nuts. I was like, geez, man, they're really latching on to a lot of things here. They had Progressive had the secondary. Well, the secondary team's kind of taken over for Flo. Jamie's doing more stuff. Flo now. But they also used to have the Johnny Three Nuts playing the biker guy.
That's right. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you something. We're gonna start winding down, Chris. Hate to do that to you. When you have a commercial audition, you say you have a commercial audition tomorrow at 3. No, let's say what time is it right now? It's 2:20.
2:20.
You have an audition today at 5 o'clock. Are you thinking about that audition right now?
Nowadays, yes, because again, they're becoming more important and fewer and farther between. in my heyday, we'll call it, maybe not so much. It also depends too, because you look at those ones where you see the breakdown, you know the thing, and it's a bite and smile, or it's just something where you've got to react, give a deadpan, do whatever. And then there's ones where it's like, oh shit, I gotta read. I'm getting more of the I gotta read a lot of shit ones as I get older.
I know, I hate that.
Yeah.
Who's your biggest fan in your life of you?
I'd like to say it's a toss-up between my mom and my wife, but I will say it's probably my mom, though my 3-year-old boy is getting up there, and it's awesome because he before My Liberty even started airing, that jingle got in his head. He would finish the jingle from the other room.
Nice.
If another Liberty spot was on, you'd hear him go, "Ibbity, ibbity, ibbity." He'd jump in from the other room. So it blew his little mind when he saw Daddy on one of those.
Dude, that's
and
awesome.
He asks for it at night. I'll be putting him to bed. He's also obsessed with watching shark jumping videos.
Sure, it's the same. Yeah,
and whatever
same
else.
thing.
And we'll be watching that, and he'll be like, "I want to see Dad. I want to see Dad." So I'll pull up My Liberty spot again.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
You have a mentor.
I have a mentor.
Do you have a mentor?
No, not anymore.
I've always wanted a mentor. I've never had one.
Again, we had when we first moved here, but we were kids and
You didn't know better.
Yeah, we didn't know any better.
Is there anything else I need to know about you, Chris? You have a piece of acting advice that you keep in your back pocket? Anything like that?
Actually, the best thing I've ever heard that I really, really do try to live by, G. Charles Wright, casting director, teacher.
The middle.
He teaches, I did a middle, he always preaches that your job as an actor is to do the job in the room. You are not there to book a job. You cannot control how blonde you are, how tall you are, how black you are, how anything else you are. You cannot control anything about the casting. Your job is to be prepared, go in the room, inhabit the role, do the job, and leave it behind. Your job is that. The audition is your job.
Yeah.
Go in, do that, and pretend the cameras are rolling, if you must, to up the stakes. But yeah, that's your job.
Chris, I am so glad we did this because I got to know you better. I've always known you from afar, but dude, you literally have been standing out to me on my television set for a long time. And my brother and I will always call each other up about the funniest commercials on TV. And when he and I talked so much about you last week, I said, dude, it's time for me to ask you. So this is because we've been talking about you is the reason I just had to have you on.
Man, I was flattered and silly when I saw, because I've been watching these. I have, and on the Dad's page or whatever else, and I'm just kind of like, I think I book enough to maybe do one of those.
No, yeah, dude, you totally, man, you now have a new fan with me, brother. I'm a fan of you, dude, and you're funny. I know why you book funny commercials, because you're a very witty, funny person just talking to. So hats off to you, dude, for being funny.
Thank you.
Thank you for being funny.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris.
Yeah.
One last thing, dude. Anything else I need to know?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm good.
Because I'm about to shut it down, but I just need you to look out there and tell everybody bye.
Bye, everybody.